Hello and welcome to my 100-year Pleasantview save, and welcome to the start of a brand new rotation. I have just finished playing Spring. It is now summer for everybody. The date is the 24th of September, so we'll see how long it takes for me to get through summer into the next autumn round. It may take a while. I've been playing quite a lot this time. I think having this channel, having people see my Pleasantview has been a really good way to keep me playing and, give me an excuse to play, which has been really, really good. So I thought I'd take you along with what I do when I do start a new rotation, what my kind of steps are, how I get going before I start actually playing households. The first thing I did was, before I started playing the game actually, I always take a backup of my neighbourhood and save that on an external drive every season. And I have so far failed at deleting any. I do have a whole load of backups going quite a fair way back, but I do that. I've got them separated out into different seasons, different folders, just so I know if something does go wrong, I've got a point I can roll back to. Because I do have so many households now, I've also started doing kind of a mid-season, if I start to feel a bit nervous, not for any particular reason, but just because, when I'm like halfway through, it'd be a nightmare for it all to crash and lose everything, so I do tend to take a secondary backup as well in that time period. Next thing to think about is moving Sims back from university. So a whole load of students have just graduated. They're in the bin currently. All these single ones are my former university students ready to start their lives in the town. So I have to decide who's going to move where. And some are going to be going back to existing households. So for example, let's see if I can find them here. They've got terrible outfits on because they've just aged up. But Aviel Newson, for example, is going to move back to her... No, I don't have it. Aviel Newson, for example, is going to move back to her family home. Some are starting new households, but quite a few actually going back to existing homes this season. So I'll start moving them in so I know where they live. Newson and Newson. She's going to move in with her fiancé. They got engaged in college, which is fairly unusual for me. Who's she moving in with? Oh yes, so this is Paul Ottomus. One of the infamous Ottomus twins is going in there too, to start living with her. His twin is Sky. They're actually aged up into quite a cool outfit. This kind of works for her. She had a very strange university run. Mostly my Sims, when they go to university, they make friends, they find romances. She tried to romance Buck Newson, Aviel's twin brother, but it didn't go very well, and she made no friends at all with any of the other girls that were there. She kind of kept to herself quite a lot, focused on her studies. She's a fortune sim. I think she wants to kind of get out into the big world, and university didn't work that well for her. So she's going back to the main Optimus house on this side of town. We also have Roger Goth. He's the heir to the Goth fortune, the Goth house. He is going straight back in to Goth Manor. And going with him is the girlfriend he met while he was there. This is... I'm going to pronounce it terribly, but it's Jetcha, I think. Jetcha McGaw. She's really pretty and really cool. They kind of hit it off straight away, so I decided they could go back and start living together straight away as well. My plan for Roger is he's going to start opening businesses. I'm going to start playing with Blue Water Village a lot more this round. He's going to buy some of those businesses with the Goth fortune, what's left of it, and hopefully try and make money that way. I also have in the sim bin at the moment is one of the Pleasant twins. This is Ethan Pleasant, who is Lilith Pleasant's grandson, I'm going to say. No, Lilith's son. Lilith's younger son. She had an elder daughter and then two twin boys. They lived together, the brothers, Ethan and Owen. Owen lives here, and this is where Ethan lived as well. But both of them had multiple births. I think that's because they were twins. Owen had twin daughters, then Ethan had triplet kids, and then Owen divorced, remarried, has another baby. The house just was quite small and was getting really crowded. So although they've spent their entire lives together, they've decided to kind of part ways, and I'm going to move them into a new house. I'm going to choose this one. So yeah, they'll now load in, so we'll go through the cutscene, and I'll give you a brief introduction. So Ethan's arrived. He's here with his three kids, with Martina, Rocco and Julia. His wife was a townie sim called Alessandra, who was very, very lovely, but was quite a bit older than him. So she passed away, sadly, a little while ago. And that's one of the reasons he's decided to move out, is to kind of spend more time with the triplets directly. So yeah, this is a house from The Sims. I got a whole package of them. There's a whole load of them in the house. I think their plastic box is who created them. So it's unfurnished. That'll be something we'll do for their round. But the main drawer is it's 3 bedrooms, so I can kind of share out the bedrooms a bit more fairly. They're all crammed into one room in the other house. They didn't get much space for themselves, so I'll be furnishing that when I actually play this household. So yeah, so that's the Pleasance. Now I'll save and we'll go back to the community view. Okay, so that leaves us with 4 Sims to find homes for. 2 of them are moving in together actually, or 2 sets of 2 are moving in together. I'm going to move Stella Tirano and Britta Riley. Britta is broke by descent, but she's got a different surname. And Stella is a university student from La Fiesta Tech, and I really liked her, but she didn't match with anybody when I first brought her into a university round. So she was kind of held back until this round, and this is when she met Regulus Goth, and so they're going to move in ultimately. But Stella and Britta became really great friends during their university times, even though they didn't live in the same lot, actually. They were separate, but they really hit it off. So they're going to move in together. Now, because Stella isn't from Pleasantview originally, and because Britta doesn't have a very good memory of this town exactly, so she is a broke, but she had a bit of a rough childhood. Her and Morgan, her twin, were actually born in the prison, which is fairly dramatic for them. They were briefly in the children's home before they were kind of brought back to the broke family, but I think they'd be happy to move somewhere else, so I'm going to move them. So Stella and Britta are going to go and live downtown. I've put some apartment lots downtown recently, and I saw some Uber hoods that were playing in the downtown hood, and I thought, oh, this is... yeah, I want to have some hoods in... some Sims living downtown as well. So let's head there. So here we are downtown. So yeah, as I was saying, I've been watching Brianna Pepper's Uber Hood series. She's got some Sims living downtown. I just thought, oh, that's what I want to be doing. I want to have some Sims there as well. So I've placed some apartment lots. I placed... which ones are they? The Tech Terrace and the Tech Centre flats into downtown, so they would work well for kind of young graduates just starting out wanting a new place to live. Luckily, this batch of university students ended up with quite a bit of cash between them, so they're going to be just fine to rent some apartments, I think. Okay, so actually, Britta has more cash ready to go than Stella does. So we'll send her into these apartments and she'll be the name on the lease. Okay, so here we are in this very urban environment. There is a space, crashed alien craft over there, which I do enjoy. So we've got some nice, they've got a hot tub on hand, barbecue, fantastic. It's a great place to be post-uni. They've done pretty well. So her lifetime want is to become a celebrity chef, and she's rolled that want for the job. So I'll lock that in, and we'll have her rent an apartment. So let's have a look. So yeah, I think we'll take this one on the first floor. It's got a couple of bathrooms. Does it have? No, it's got 1 bathroom. Oh, that's that one there. No, 2 bathrooms could be good if they have it. Okay, yeah, we'll take this one on the first floor. This seems the nicest to me, and it's got an extra room compared to some of the others, as far as I can tell. So yeah, we'll take this one. Now we'll rent over here. And she's found out she likes nature, so that's really good. Apparently her whole childhood, she didn't figure that one out. But perfect, she's rented that apartment. Charged her first week's rent already. She's going to sign that tenancy. And she's ready to go. She's got a lovely new place to live in the big city. So we'll go back out to the neighbourhood view and we'll move in Stella. Okay, that's 1 apartment done. We'll take Stella and we'll move her in as well. Merge an existing family. And she'll be moved in with Britta. And they can now be best friends living together in the city. Now going back to the bin, the last 2 Sims we have to move in are Buck Newson and Morgan Riley. Now they are a bit more connected to Pleasantview, so I'm actually going to send them possibly to downtown. No. So yeah, they are a bit more connected to Pleasantview. They both come from families there. Morgan, as I said, does have a bit of a unusual upbringing in the city, in the town, I mean. But Buck has quite a big extended family that he's close to, so I think we'll go back to Pleasantview and look at apartments there. Okay, so I've been planning for these two. Some of my favourite apartments are these townhouses. I like the different colours, I like how they're laid out, so we're going to send them both in there. And we'll start with Buck, and he can pick the house they're going to have. I just love these houses, they're so cute. I don't love Buck's outfit though. It's a bit of a string vest. So let's have a look. So this is probably going to be their first family home. There's probably enough space in there for them to be able to kind of get started with a family, which Morgan is a family sim. I think she's going to want quite a few kids, so I want to get started pretty quickly. So there's this red one, has a little extra wall, a little extra room added on there. The green one too. The green one might be... No, they're all exactly the same. Green or reds? Well, the green's right by the barbecue zone, so I think we'll take that one. Yes, we'll take it. So he's paid his deposit. Got quite a bit of money left over, which is very helpful. Wants to be a game designer, but he has rolled some different ones, including the criminal career, culinary and casual. So he won't lock any of those in just yet, but he does want to make a friend, so I'll lock that for him. So fantastic, I will save here and go back to the neighbourhood. Okay, so the last sim from the university batch this year is Morgan Riley. We'll move her in and merge with the Newson family there. So they're merged, they're ready to start their lives. And this is now how the town looks for the next rotation. So that's everybody moved in coming from university. The other side of it is, of course, all the teens that went to university during the spring season. I do university in batches. It just feels like the easiest way for me to keep on top of things. There's probably ways you can stagger them so they go on the days they're meant to, but I find send them in a batch. It's really the easiest way to get it done. Does mean you have to go deal with some chaos. We're going to go for Sim State University this time. Last season I played Academy Latour, and the one before was La Fiesta Tech. So back to Sim State. Let's head in. So here we are at Sim State University. A very nice place to come to school. For the university, I have a couple of things to make life easier. One of them is that university is always autumn. In autumn, Sims gain skills quicker. And I think that's, the best parts of university were in the autumn for me. That's the kind of ideal temperature, ideal... look, everything's nice. You've got your nice changing leaves. I think that's the kind of academia vibe you want for university, and also it makes things a bit easier in terms of skill gaining and writing their term papers. So yeah, that's my kind of main kind of hack recommendation. We now come to the sim bin for university students, and how many this season? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 7, which means they can all go in one dorm together. I'll just pick the one. Let's have a look. Oh, some I renamed to be my own university halls. Havelock Hall was, Eustace Percy as well. That's where I went to university for the halls I stayed in. Do you want 14 rooms or 9 rooms? We just have one random dormy this time. Okay, I think we'll go for the Landgrab house with 9 rooms. I think I've used this one before, I probably have. But this will be a nice one for everyone to stay in. Next thing is to pick which Sims cutscene I want to see. So who's going to drop their kid off at university? I think we'll go for the Brokes. Let's pop Selena in and watch the cutscene.
했으톤. 수고내다. 내 손이 봐.
So there we go, Selena dropped off at the concrete box of this university. And luckily the streaker was sensor blurred. So that's helpful. So I will save straight away and go back to the hood view and move everybody else in so they can claim their rooms. And I can see I have played this one before because there's lots of things left over from the last time I was here. I can see water puddles, photo booth, gotta have it, and the little bubble blower. So with 7 students, I'm happy to have them all in one dorm. It's a little bit chaotic, can get a bit intense at times, but I would rather do it that way than have it split up. If it's over 8, the last season was over 8 Sims in one go, so I had those in 2 households, which made one household very relaxing because it only had about 2 Sims in. But for this lot, I'll just have them all in one house. And again, my rules apply, so I don't force them too much to complete everything. I don't try and be perfect in my gameplay. I let the Sims decide really what they're going to do, and hopefully they get through. They don't all have to have A's. That's kind of, I used to do that. I used to worry about that weirdly, but no, I don't stress now. So then there they all are, ready to go. So I won't play them now. I tend to leave university for kind of late in the round, and I tend to finish it at the very end of the rotation, just because it's, as I said, it can be quite intense, and it's quite good to have the kids out of this rotation for a while, kind of miss them, and then go back and catch up with them when I go and play them. And when I do play them, they'll all get rooms, they'll get new clothes to redefine themselves in university. That's always quite fun. You get to change their styles up a bit, always good. But yes, so that is university taken care of. We'll go back to Pleasantview. So that is it for the setup for my summer rotation. I'm ready to actually get started playing again. I might actually back it up after this video. I've scared myself just thinking about it. I've done all that work. I'll make sure it's all backed up and ready to go again. So yeah, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to carry on doing Pleasantview videos. I'm considering streaming actually, just so you can see a bit more kind of long form the way I play in the town. But I'll carry on doing videos, and I hope you carry on watching them. If you have enjoyed, please do subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you again next time. Goodbye.